Today we'll start with our mind, and I think this is a really important place to start. A lot of people in my own life have how do we say this eloquently, have not been able to maintain calm, peaceful, happy energy over the past year. And so our intention today is to find that again. And what we'll do to get there is I'll take you through a series of guided meditations in yin yoga postures. Your first posture is called heart bed, so the happy making pose. Take a bolster towards the back of your yoga mat and then set your block beneath that bolster. So there's a little elevation of your bolster here. And you can bring your blanket with you as you set the edge of your pant line up against the edge of your bolster without sitting down on it. So you're sitting on the ground still. And you might take your blanket and just place it over your chest and your belly. You might stack blocks and blankets under either leg because your feet will come together here in bound angle pose. And then start to drape your body down. And drape your body down onto your bolster. Readjust as much as you need to, and that might mean tucking a blanket under your neck, allowing this first shape to in fact be a little more restorative. Your palms are resting alongside your body and they're facing up. Please close your eyes. If having the soles of your feet together doesn't feel nice, again, try props under your thighs or stretch your legs out into a full extension. Readjusting as much as you need to so this place feels good. This place feels therapeutic. There's no pain. And now take a big breath in through your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. 2 more like that, just flushing out any unwanted thoughts, unwanted energies, exhaling through your mouth each time. And now let go of breath control completely. Allow your body weight to become heavy over your props. Begin the journey of surrendering. And with your eyes closed, I'd like you to visualize or imagine that just beside you was a parking lot, an empty parking lot. Now, every single time a thought comes into your mind during the next 5 minutes here, can you scoop up that thought and dump it in the parking lot? Literally visualize yourself shoveling that thought right out of your mind, that project, that deadline, that conversation that you've been repeating over and over in your head, that worry, that grief, that stressful encounter that you had with someone days ago. Every time that thought, any thought surfaces, and dig it up, put it in a make-believe shovel, and then dump it in a parking lot next door. Literally visualizing yourself taking these thoughts and setting them aside in a place that you can go back and get them at the end of class, but setting them aside just for 1 hour. Enabling your nervous system to catch up, your digestive system to catch up, and your mind to reset. Eventually, there will be fewer and fewer thoughts to dig up and set aside, and maybe sometime in the next 4 minutes now, you'll be blessed with just a moment, even a millisecond, of total solitude and silence. I'll let you know when your time here is up. You're halfway there. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the weight of your body wrap over the props, drip into the earth. Soften and surrender even deeper for your final few minutes here. Please take 3 final breaths here, digging up any lingering thoughts any distractions and piling them over to the side in the parking lot. After your third exhale, simply blink open your eyes, listen carefully, roll over onto the right side, come straight off your props. You can just maneuver them out to the side here. Open your arms wide and start to fall into a reclining spinal twist. So if you have your bolster nearby, you could tuck it right to catch the edge of your spine. So instead of your spine dangling above the earth, it might actually fall onto your bolster. Or you could take your bolster or your blanket between your knees. And you can also take your blanket over your body if you're feeling cold. Your arms are open wide or bent at your elbows. Take your heels further away from your feet if your lower back is hurting. If you don't feel any stretch at all, you might drive your heels in and your knees up a little higher. And then the final adjustment is your head and your neck. You can look over your left fingers, but if that hurts, just gaze straight up ahead. Reclining spinal twist. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale. As you breathe in, can you breathe in the scent of something that calms you? The scent of something that calms you. Maybe the scent of lavender or chamomile. Maybe the scent of a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. The scent of a homemade chicken noodle soup. Or the scent of fresh linens placed on your bed for you, not by you. And as you linger here again for 5 full minutes, longer holds today through all of our pulses, can every breath in be an inhale of some scent that calms you, make believing that it's right there in front of you. And every exhale being a release or purging of stale energy, frustration, or any kind of tension you might be harboring in your body and mind. I will let you know when your 5 minutes here is up. Enjoy. halfway there, inhale the scent of something that calms you. Jasmine blooming, a lush rainforest after a big rainstorm, freshly cut grass. And exhale any stale or stagnant energy. Soften your body even further for these final minutes. Please take 3 more breaths now, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Slowly, mindful of your props, bring your knees back through center. Take your feet mat distance apart and allow your knees to simply fall into one another. Place your hands on your stomach, close your eyes, breathe here 1 minute before we move on to the other side. Keep softening even in your transition. Separate the biting surfaces of your teeth. Let your jaw hang heavy. Your eyes roll back into your head. Good, and now you might take your bolster over towards the right side of your body as you drop your knees down to the left. Cozy yourself up in your blanket and maybe tuck that bolster right against your back, resting your back. Even your shoulder can rest on it if it can't quite reach the floor. If your right shoulder can reach the floor, you can take the shoulder to the floor and push the bolster out of the way. Get nice and cozy, nice and comfy. Stretch your arms wide or bend at your elbows. Make the pose yours. 3 deep breaths just to arrive, allowing these breaths to be full of readjustments. Navigating your way into the version of this shape that works best in your body. And now on this side, with every breath in, can you breathe in the taste taste of something that calms you. Breathe in the taste of something that calms you. Maybe it's that same sip of chamomile tea that you scented in the previous side. Maybe it's the taste of that chicken noodle soup. Or the taste of a shared chocolate dessert on a date with someone you love. The taste of a fresh carrot you planted and grew in your own garden. Or the taste of maple syrup tapped from a tree. Every breath in, breathe in the taste of something that calms you, that soothes you, that nurtures you. And every breath out, let go of any stagnant or erratic energy. Any erratic energy. 5 minutes here. Halfway there, take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale, softening into this meditation on tastes that calm you, that nourish you. Inhaling these flavors, these sensations, and exhaling any erratic energy. Take 3 more breaths here. Bring your right arm over to meet your left arm. Roll onto the left side of your body and then roll all the way onto your belly. Lie flat here on your tummy. You can rest your head on your arms or just leave it flat on the floor. 1 minute before we move on. Slowly walk your elbows forward, coming into Sphinx pose. Your palms can be flat on the floor. If it's easier to have your hands interlaced, that's okay. Your shoulders start right above your elbows, and your feet are about hip distance apart. That's the template of the shape. And then you find a variation that works for your body. So you can open your feet wider or bring them closer together. You might walk your hands further forward, trying to find a balance of tension and compression in your lower back. You might even choose to rest your forehead on a block or a bolster, maybe perhaps on your fist is just right. So over time, this shape may become more or less accessible in your body. And because we'll be here for the full 5 minutes, know that you can always slip down onto your belly and wait for us on your tummy. Even lying on your belly serves as a really mild back bend. Please take a deep breath in here. Open your mouth wide, exhale, soften your belly, soften your hips, soften your legs, soften your jaw. And in this shape, I'd like you to imagine or experience sounds that calm you. Maybe the sound of a certain musician or a certain style of music. One of my 87-year-old clients tells me she plays the Bee Gees every night before bed because it calms her mind and gets rid of all those nasty thoughts. Maybe there's a song or an artist that calms you, so every breath in you maybe hear the sound of that music. And every breath out, could you exhale sounds that aggravate you? Rush hour traffic, honking horns. For me, it's the buzz of my cell phone. The piercing screaming of children. And then replace those sounds you've attached negative connotations to with sounds you've attached positive connotations to. The sound of ocean waves, the sound of Christmas carolers, the sound of a fire crackling, or maybe even the wind blowing and the rain dropping. Continue this interplay of sounds that calm you, coming in with your inhales and replace
replacing or purging sounds that irritate you, moving out, escaping on your exhales. You're halfway there. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, decide if you'd like to drop down onto your belly or maybe come further out of that spinal extension by walking your hands forward. Or perhaps on the contrary, you might in fact take your palms that distance apart, straighten out your arms and lift up into a deeper back bend still. This is called seal pose. And the dance continues, the inhalation of sounds that might in fact transfer you to positive memories related to those sounds. But now as you exhale, just exhale. So you inhale the sounds of the ocean waves, the fire crackling, and you simply exhale. 2 more minutes. Please take 3 more cycles of breath before you fall down onto your tummy and opt to be still there or move there, however your body wants you to move. Good. Our next shape is called broken wing. So you can watch first. You'll stay flat on your belly with both arms open out to the side, and then roll directly over your left shoulder onto the left side of your body with your left ear either on the floor, and if it can't catch the floor, place it on a prop. Your right hand, your right fingers are pressed down on the earth in front of you with your shoulder wrapping back to really drive the stretch along the front of your left shoulder, the front of your left side chest. And now you can keep your right hand on the floor, or maybe you reach your right arm up overhead. This is quite a short hold, just 2 minutes on either side. When you get in, take a deep breath in. Don't push too far. Don't push past a point of no return. But when you get to that sweet spot, could you just breathe there?
10 more breaths here. If you start to lose feeling or start feeling pins and needles in any of your limbs, your fingers, or your hands, just come down onto your belly now. Otherwise, only 5 more breaths. And following that 5th exhale, really slowly roll your body back down onto your tummy. Make any adjustments, any setup with your hands. Close your eyes and take a moment here to just feel. Really good. Other side, open your arms wide as though you're going to give the floor a hug. And this time, push the floor away with your left hand as your right shoulder starts to experience that tension. Pop a block or a bolster, just a little cushion under your ear if your head can't comfortably come to the floor. And now your left fingers might stay on the floor to support you. This is perfect. This is pretty common. Your shoulder joint is quite sensitive, so only lift that left arm up overhead if you don't feel any pain or strain in this shape. Breathe here. 2 minutes in total. Halfway there, you can come down and rest on your belly if there's any strain or pain, any electrical sensations. Otherwise, you're just moving your breath through those areas of tension, finding a little bit more space with each breath in. Really good. Take one more big breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Roll back onto your tummy. Take any variation with your arms or your legs. You just settle here. A few breaths. Patiently press your hands into the floor. Lift yourself up onto all fours. Take your knees nice and wide. We're coming into a child's pose. Feel free to use that prop, that bolster underneath your pelvis. You can take a blanket under your knees or under your ankles.
Either let your head fall flat onto your bolster or the floor, or rest one cheek, and you can turn cheeks when I cue you halfway. Today your hands can stay out overhead, or you can turn your palms in and scoop your hands between your legs, giving your shoulders a little break after all of that deep shoulder work we just did. So either variation with your arms is okay. And again, you're holding here for 5 full minutes, coming out of the pose and resting on your belly if you feel any pain or strain. Take a deep breath in to arrive. Exhale and soften. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Switch to the opposite cheek if you're resting one of your cheeks on the floor or on your prop. Halfway there.
3 more breaths here. Leave your weight to either side to pull your hands out from underneath of you. Really, really slowly lift your body upright. You've been down for a long time, and simply stretch your legs out in front of you. You can take your bolster under your knees, or maybe sit on your bolster. Allow your legs to relax in their natural position. So they might be really open out to the side, they might fall forward. Just let them be where they want to go. And then start to curl in, folding in for caterpillar pose. You can hang or dangle here in space, stretching and creating tension along the deep back line of your body. But if you need to set stacks of props under your forehead, that's totally okay. Let your body become slouchy and lazy in this shape. Every breath in penetrates your spine, your neck, and every breath out allows your body to soften and rest even further, as though someone had their hands upon your back and was massaging you into softness. Just a few minutes here. Halfway there, notice if your body's melting closer to the earth or pulling further away. Listen to the cues from your body. Go in deeper or pull further away. Take 3 final breaths here. Gradually, patiently, uproot your body like a flower blossoming in the spring. Pause at the top. Breathe in. Breathe out, settle your props to either side and come to lie down on your back for final Shavasana, corpse pose. You might take your bolster back under your thighs. You might scoop your blanket over your body or set a pillow beneath your head. Whatever makes your body feel supported here. And turn your palms up alongside your body. Close both eyes. Take a big breath in and exhale. And for the next few minutes, with every breath in, can you visualize a place, a real experience, a real place that you've been that makes you feel calm and peaceful? Maybe it's that moment you slip into a bathtub after a long, hard day of work. Maybe it's a cottage or a family or friend's home where there's no responsibility on you. Maybe it's a childhood home or bare feet in your garden. Visualize and then visceralize, feel and remember and highlight that experience in your body as you soften, soften, soften into rest. If you'd like to linger here, just close your laptop screen, turn off your phone, and bask in the bliss of Shavasana for as long as you would wish. Otherwise, little movements start to enter both your fingers and your toes as your head shifts left to right. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, stretch through your toes, take a great big yawn. Exhale, bear. Bend into both knees and roll onto the left side, the yin side of your body, before you peel yourself all the way back up to seated. And when you get to seated, kiss your hands together at your heart. Bow your hands, your head into your hands. And set an intention to devote as much time and energy this coming week to nurturing yourself first. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Thank you for practicing, and namaste.